Hi folks, and welcome back to another episode of Davkus Builds. On the last episode, I primarily showed the Arduino microcontroller that I'm going to be using as the brain of my custom-built remote control car. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how I'm going to control this car, and it actually involves something that I've actually been wanting to get my hands on for a long time. And that is this. This is a flight controller, remote control flight controller. These are primarily used for model aircraft. And so you've got a whole bunch of different controls on these things. So you've got your throttle control over here. You've got a couple of different directional controls here as well as over here. As well as you've got some knobs on the top here, as well as a whole bunch of different sets of switches. 3 of these are 2-state switches. This one is actually a 3-state switch, which is kind of cool. So this will do up to 6 output channels. So I can actually pull 6 streams of data off of this thing. Now to begin with, that's primarily going to be the 2 on each of the joysticks. So each direction on each joystick is a separate channel. So you've got 2 on this joystick, 2 on this one, and then it's going to be the 2 knobs. Now, a little bit later, I found a way to actually extend the capabilities of this to give me the full 10 so that I can also get the switches, because otherwise I have to pick which channel to overwrite with the switches. Basically I can do 5 and 6, which normally do the knobs. I can switch those to actually use the switches, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to use all of the controls and be able to get data from all of them at the same time. So I found a way to do that, and I'm going to show that in a later episode. So there's a lot of stuff that I can do with this, but first, before I do anything, I need to see what kind of data that I can get from this. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is actually hook it up to the Arduino and see what kind of signals I get. Now to do that, I'm going to be using this. This is the FSIA6. This is the receiver that is paired with this. FS means FlySky. It's the company that actually makes this thing. This is actually a bit of a cheaper set. This runs about $50, $50 to $60 on Amazon, which is a fairly good deal for a remote control like this. Some of these can run in the $250 to $300, even up to over $1,000 for the really, I guess, professional model aircraft flyers and controllers. So what this allows me to do is, this is normally in a model aircraft, this would be connected up to the servos that control the altitude flaps in several different directions, your speed control, stuff like that, so that you can actually control your model aircraft. So what I'm going to actually do with this is, instead of connecting this to servos, I'm going to take the signal lines off of this, which is just this last pin on the far, on your right, and run it to the Arduino. And what that should do is give me the ability to see what kind of data is sent from this receiver, from the controller, and then that way I know how I can actually take those signals and use them for my remote control car. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. I'm going to actually take this guy and wire it up to the Arduino so that I can actually start seeing what kind of data I can get off of it. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, hit that like button, and if you want to see where I end up going with all of this, please make sure to subscribe, but I will see you next time.